Big g'day and welcome to Nabby's Car of the Week. My name's Yeendy and I'm here with the great man Brian Nabby McNabb. Thanks for joining us for the first time this year, mate.
Welcome aboard to the RDFL. Well done.
Absolutely pumped, mate. And I finally get to sit in the big seat next to your good self, and I'm feeling the aura coming off you now, mate. So I'm really looking forward to it. As part of Melt Toyota, one of the major sponsors of the RDFNL. Have you had a good summer?
Yeah, well, I've had a great summer. I enjoyed Bali, lost a phone, watch and money, but besides that, but no, it was an excellent trip. And obviously we're into February already, so as we know, football season's just around. But what I'd like to do, if it's okay, obviously we've got two situations here. One, we have a launch of a new vehicle next Thursday night, and it's known as a CHR. You'll be probably seeing it, and you have seen it, whether it's at the MCG or the Sydney Cricket Ground, and everywhere you've been, this particular vehicle is going to be extremely popular. We're going to launch it next Thursday night. But I do have to say, everyone is welcome, but please, 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 give us a phone call here at the dealership to say you're coming. It's not just an open invitation, it is it's a red line event, and by that I mean it is invite only. So if anyone wishes within the RDFL to come along and look at this new vehicle, we haven't launched it yet, but next Thursday the CHR will be launched at Toyota Melton, but I emphasise very strongly we need to know you are actually coming. So a simple phone call, 87460300. Sounds like a telethon, mate, doesn't it? But no, we'd love to see people here, but I do have to say it's an invite only, and just a phone call to our receptionist, and we'll certainly organise an invite to come through. I'll talk more on this car, obviously, as it's released next week, next Thursday, but as you did mention, and we do have Car of the Week as well.
Yeah.
Now, Car of the Week, okay. Well, we get a number of calls, people looking for a lovely, small, automatic car. So what I'm going to do this week, we've got a 2011 Yaris, lovely car, colour blue. It is automatic, not manual. Very clean, very tidy, curtain airbags, obviously Bluetooth, one with the lot. And we're going to keep it simple. We've got it out there for $13,900, but we are going to sell it for $9,900 drive away.
Oh, ripper.
So, let's open the season with a bang.
Yeah.
We're here to sell cars, and I know people get a bit sick and tired of people saying what we're about, but that's the business we're in, and we're here to help anyone within the RDFL, and we'll save them just certainly over, the $3,000 mark, if not close to $4,000 on this one particular car, a Yaris YR, automatic, curtain airbags, so safety, Bluetooth safety, very, very clean and tidy car, and the purchase price of that can be $999. Only thing we do say, you must ask for Nabby. Very selfish person here.
You're hogging all the camera time, mate. It's the glory. And it's a nice little zippy car as well, which is great, especially if you're driving around the city. I don't think you need something a little bit too much bigger, heavy traffic. You can't go past an auto in those small Yaris. It's beautiful to drive. Yeah,
and petrol economy, whether you're coming from Riddle or Romsey or you're going to your local football, certainly plenty of room for everyone to be in the car itself, and also for the football bags and, the picnics and the lunch, and I will say the eskies as well, not that we entice people to take eskies.
Soft drinks to the beach, mate.
Yeah, very much so, very much so. But no, lovely car. So there's two situations here at the moment. One, we have a used car that we are selling under $10,000. And secondly, we have got the launch, which is for the CHR, and obviously there's been a lot of media exposure about that particular vehicle, and as mentioned on the cricket, football, wherever it may be, and we're launching it next Thursday night.
What time does it kick off, mate?
Around about 6:30.
Yep, good time.
But it is an invite only. We're pretty strict.
That?
Yeah, because it's a numbers game here. We've got to, cater for it. We've got to look after people, but people are more than welcome, even from the RDFL or wherever they may be, to come and have a look. We'll actually show you a little glimpse of the car in real life at the end of this particular segment, and see where we go from there.
Can't wait to check it out, mate. It's going to be an absolute ripper. And speaking of another launch, I know it's not too far away, but we'll be down here for the RDFNL launch on Wednesday, April 5 as well, with you guys. Always a great night. You guys always put on a great show, don't you?
Yeah, we've been pretty fortunate over the years with guest speakers. players, Hodgie from Hawthorn and Ruffy from Hawthorn. Lakey came along, and and we've even had Brendan. We won't mention Mountain South too much, but Brendan's been here as well, who's coaching Mountain South this year. So that particular launch night, and I think we've got a few interesting guests. This women's football seems to be taking off, and we've got some interesting guests coming along on that night.
I think it's going to be one of the biggest pack, with netball, football of both genders. It's going to be a huge night. Now, speaking of football, you did sort of touch on it. You've been out and around about. You're a bit of a free agent this year, mate. So you're floating around, getting to know a few clubs. And I know you've still got your foot down in the camp of the Melton Centrals. Looking great down at Earls Creek. There's a bit of a good positive vibe with the new coach down there.
Yeah. Well, Matthew Sproul, and we all know Sprowley quite well. You know his history. Ex-Werribee player in VFA or VFL then. Also coached Melton South, and obviously was down on the peninsula. Where was he? At Port Arlington there. That's for a while as well. And Matty's, and all vibes are very positive, and it's easy to say at the start of the year, but Matthew certainly puts in his time and effort into his coaching. He loves it, and anyone with any passion and they love what they do, they're normally successful. Recruiting wise, Centrals, there's a number of people coming through, and there's a number of kids coming through, and we always say the youth policy is important, but it's paramount with Centrals now that they've had a couple of years of kids coming through from under 16, under 18s, and now they're ready for the next step. So I'm sure they're with Sprowley, Drew Heath looking after the twos, Paul as president of the club, that the leadership's certainly going to be first class down there. The ground facilities are very good at the moment, and obviously, the grass on the ground and everything else, it's just looking, a treat for the year to start off, in the month of April, basically.
And the clubs, after 12 months of being on the ground as well, they're now into the rhythm and routine of being at that new facility too.
Yeah, I think a lot of work last year, unfortunately, went into off-field situations, meaning, simple things like where's the PowerPoints, new rooms, new facilities, where's the taps, we need this, we need that, and a lot of energies went into other areas bar the football. Now that it's completed, and there's still work to be done, of course, but it's 90% completed, they'll find that their energies can be spent on football matters more so than the maintenance and the upkeep of a new ground and the new facilities as well. And
you touched on the youth before. There's a lot to like about the Centrals in terms of the junior club is as strong as it ever has been with record numbers there. They're doing some really good work with the women's teams as well. There's a really good foundation to set the club up for the future, and this year is going to be magnificent because of it.
Yeah, well, they've got a couple of strengths, like you said, the women's side. Their juniors are always, they've made them a priority, and the priority becomes very important because then they go on and play senior football. And as we know with points and salary caps, your juniors now is your number one priority. So if you want to play the game the right way, look after your points, look after your salary cap, look after your kids from day one. Not necessarily reward the kids, but reward them in other areas that they feel that they're very important, and they're a piece of the furniture to stay there for a period of time. Arnold's Creek itself, it's just an expanding area. You look around, there's basketball over the road, there's tennis courts, they've got their own shopping centre now, and it's a bit of like a suburb by itself, really. And obviously the RDFL executive enjoy it there, where you're set up now. And
loving it.
Yep, you're full-time man. He's got the blazer and the jacket on, and he's pretty proud of what he's doing. He's a passionate man, the man next to me, so he'll enjoy it no end, and they're led extremely well up there with Steve Williams and Macca, and so they know what they're doing, and it's up to the individual clubs now. And the rumours going around Diggers, they're having a red hot go again. Macedon, someone tells me that Rupertford College is going to have a real dip as well. So there's always good stories at this time of the year, but it's obviously up to individuals to put in the effort, and the reward will come through.
It does sort of feel a lot of clubs are keeping their cards close to their chest, but there is a general feel around all clubs that we're going to see a genuine a crack from all sides. Obviously some good news down at Rockbank on the back of some bad news with their coach leaving in the middle of the season, but they've signed up Lee Spall and Lee McInerney, who have good mates and good football brains, and nice to see them bring that combined experience. We know Leroy, he coached the Rams a few years ago, to have Grubby on board to work with him as well. I think in both an off-field capacity, it's going to be good for them moving forward.
Well, you can even see by renaming their junior club now, as in the Rams, they're looking outside the square as well. And, from a marketing point of view, and we did mention the juniors are important, but that's how even Rockbank now as a football club are measuring their juniors by changing their name and to make it more attractive for kids and to come down and play football, more so than saying going to Rockbank to play football. They're going to play at the Rams, and it happens in AFL and it happens in VFL, and it's all about marketing and putting your best foot forward.
Well, we saw that with the Western Bulldogs. They changed their name from Footscray and really created a new brand, the Kangaroos. So it does happen, and one of the positive things about that branding change as well is we've got the Rockbank's community is sort of going with a sporting club feel, so they're really trying to embrace all the sports under the same umbrella. So that's positive for them moving forward, especially with all the development happening out there too.
Yeah, well, I've got to say we're residents now in Woodley over there, and there's the new estate in Woodley, and there's another new estate going through, and it's only a matter of time of people moving into those estates. Obviously, new children coming through, and if the marketing and the clubs successful in that era, they'll find that they'll obviously get a number of players going across to enjoy, the Rockbank people and also the Rockbank ground itself.
It's shaping up to be a fantastic year with some of these clubs. Shaping up to be a fantastic year with you guys, mate. I'm thrilled to be sitting alongside your good self and being a part of the fun at Melton Toyota. And as you mentioned, I've got a bit of passion, and I love coming through the doors and seeing the friendly faces day in, day out, and always keen to have a chat, and that's what it's all about. I think you like that.
Like I say to anyone, we're always welcome here, whether there's a beer in the fridge or a coffee or whatever it may be, call through, say hello, and whether you buy a car or not, we want you to buy a car. We're selfish, but at the same time we wanted to use this as like a halfway home where people are welcome to come at any particular time and enjoy our hospitality. We're proud to be involved with the RDFL. We're probably biased because of Centrals. Speaking of that, I better just quickly wish my daughter-in-law Jo all the best for her 40th birthday this Saturday night. We've only got 160 people coming, and if anyone knows Jo, she certainly will organise it. Not her husband Fridge, of course, he'll be sitting back watching, but to Jo, all the best on your 40th, and she's got a couple of wonderful grandkids coming through as well, which we're very proud of. But to Centrals and every football club, and I mean every football club, we can't all be successful. Sometimes it takes a bit longer, but let's all have a bit of fun, shake hands and enjoy what we're about and get on with the job. Secondly, if you buy a car off me, it even makes me more happier. But we get good support from, all the local football clubs, whether it's Melton South, Centrals, Rockbank, or try and use the term Rams. I say that nicely to, and even, as far as Romsey and all the boys up there, Peter up there, he brought his mother through, and it's a great feeling when you see people and you can have a bit of a laugh as well.
Fantastic, mate. We'll look forward to looking at more cars and more exciting things with you throughout the year ahead, and all the viewers can get pumped and enthusiastic season.
He's not a bad Sean Kelly. I reckon he's better actually.
Don't tell everybody that. We look forward to seeing you again next time, Nabby, here on Nabby's Car of the Week.